Hi guys, welcome to the workshop. Today I've got a real quick tutorial that I want to share with you. We're going to make a wristlet key fob. This is just one that I did yesterday. It's something that if you've got some scraps of material that you don't really know what you want to do with, this is just something really quick that you can stitch together in just a few minutes. So let me tell you what you're going to need. Let me also say, I like mine to be, I don't like them too long, but I don't like them too short either. I like it to be able to fit over your wrist and so that you can hold on to it pretty comfortable. So this one is about 6 1/4 inches. The actual fabric is 6 inches and the hardware is another inch, but by the time you get it sewn and put together and laid down, it's about 6 1/4 inches. That's without, of course, the keys on it. And I always like to add a little extra special dangly on there too, that's going to kind of go with the fabric and just looks a little cute. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need a piece of fabric. This is what we're going to be working with today. And you're going to need it 4 inches wide by 12 1/4 long. So 4 inches by 12 1/4. Okay, you'll need that. It can be any kind of fabric that you want to use. I wouldn't want to use anything really thick though, but for the most part it's going to be any type of fabric that you want to use. If you want to, you can add an interfacing to the inside just to give it a little bit more stability. That's what I'm going to do with this one, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So you'll need that, the same size, 4 inches by 12 1/4. Of course, you'll need your scissors, a ruler, because this is since we're trying to measure it to fit a piece of hardware, you're going to want to be pretty accurate with your measurements, and you're going to want good straight lines. So that's going to be something that you want to make sure that you have, is your ruler, so that you can get it straight. And then you're going to also need your key fob hardware. This one, like I said, is 1 inch wide, and it's 1 inch in width too. This is just one of the silver ones. You can find these at most craft stores. I know you can get them on Amazon, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Walmart may have them too. They do come in packs of just the silver ones, or you can get some other ones. Like this one is more of a, I forget what you call the color, but it's darker. And then you can also get them in the, like the brass, not brass, but the gold, antique gold color too. So that's all you're going to need. So let me turn my camera around and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is get your fabric and lay it out on your ironing board, or your ironing mat in this case, and put your interfacing on there. This is just a fusible woven interfacing, and we're just gonna, and make sure you put it on the wrong side. We're just going to put this on. Really, the only reason that you need this is just to give it a little more stability, I guess you would say. I know I've used some fabrics like the bee fabric that I was talking to you about, that I showed you as the example. It's a lot thicker than this one. and so I didn't put anything in this one, but this cute little fabric that we're using today is not quite as thick, and so I felt like it was going to need just a little more on there to give it a little bit of stability. Okay. Not stability, but thickness, you know what I mean. Okay, first thing you're going to do, after you've got it pressed out, you're going to flip it over to the back side, and then you're going to fold this in half. And press it down. I got this little bitty iron thing, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and I don't know how you say the name, but anyway, that's who it's by. And I love it because, you know, I like to keep things pressed and straight and everything like that. But anyway, I've been seeing other people use that, and I really like it. I'll put a link down below for it. It seems like it was about 14 bucks. It's not the top of the line by any means, but it definitely gets the job done. Okay, so we folded it down the middle. And then what you want to do is you want to open it back up and take one side and fold it right up to that crease where you ironed it, and then iron that down. And let me tell you what, with this iron, like I said, I bought it about a month ago, and I don't use it a whole lot, but it just is real convenient for small things like this. That it gets hot. It gets almost as hot as my regular full-size shark iron. Okay, you've got that one folded down. Turn it around, and fold the other side down, just like you did the first one. So what you're doing is you're folding both ends in toward the middle. Iron that down. Okay, so you've just kind of got them both folded down. See that? Okay, then we're going to fold it over one more time. Make sure your edges match. Just like that, and press that. One thing you can do when you cut these out, I've done some where the pattern doesn't really repeat specifically. It's got just, I'll use this again, you know, just random designs on it, and you don't really have to worry that much about what your design is going to be after you get this folded over. It kind of turns out cute either way. With this one, I was wanting the seahorse to show on the key ring, so I intentionally cut it so that the seahorse was going to be about in the middle of my pattern. So if you have something specific on your pattern that you want to show up on your key fob, key wristlet, just kind of keep that in mind when you're cutting it out. Okay. So there, now you've got it folded over. You can get your ruler and check it. And you can see that it's exactly, whoops, an inch wide, which is what you need to go in your hardware that you've purchased. One thing that I didn't add into the supply list, but I kind of like to do it just because it keeps everything straight and I don't have to put a bunch of hems in there, is get this basting tape. This is, I think, 3/8 of an inch wide. Just get this basting tape and tear off a little piece and put it right in the center, kind of close to the edge. Fold that back in the middle and iron that down, and that just kind of holds it straight and together and that way you don't have to worry about putting your pins in there and all like that. Okay, now it's all folded down. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the sewing machine in just a minute. And we're going to stitch down this side and stitch down this side. And then fold it depending on what side you want out. And I want my seahorse out. Then we're just going to do a stitch across the top. So let's go over to the sewing machine and we will get that done. Okay, at the sewing machine now, and what we're going to do is I like to start on the edge that's opened, and I always make sure that the top is facing up. Start on the edge that's open, and I put my needle down, or my foot down, just where it's right at the edge of the key fob. Make sure that you backstitch at the beginning and at the end. Okay, and now we're going to get our two edges together, lined up. Okay, now clip your little strings off, because you know they bug me. And then now making these with this hardware, this tool, most of the time this tool comes with a kit of these if you buy them. If you buy it in a kit, it's just like a big pair of flat-nosed pliers, I suppose, and it's got, you know, it's got the plastic coating on the end so you don't scratch up your key fob. There's two sides to this. There's a flat side, and then there's the side that's got the teeth that are on the inside cut out. I like to put this on the back of the key fob. Not that it matters. A key fob or key thing is not going to have a front and a back, really. It's just how I like to do it. I feel better about it. So what you're going to do is get your pliers and place your hardware in these pliers to start with. Line them up straight, because trust me, on this one I've found out if you get one set and it's not straight, it's hard to get these off without really ruining your key fob. So put this in straight and just put a little tension on it first. Put your key fob that you've made in there and just line it up. There. And then give it a squeeze. And then turn it over. Give it another squeeze. And then that's it. You've got it made. Now, as I said, I like to add little charms, for lack of a better word, to the ones that I make, just because it adds a little bit of, I don't know, a little something extra to it. So let me grab my charm that I'm going to put on here. Okay. I'm putting a little seahorse on here, and I'm using a little bit bigger jump ring. And actually, since this jump ring's a little bit bigger, I always use my pliers sideways, just so I can get a good even twist on it. And put that on the side. Whoops. Drop my horseshoe. Is that right? Horseshoe. Seahorse on there. And close it up. And there we have it. We've got our key fob. Now all we have to do is get our keys and put them on there, and we're ready to go. If everybody else here is like me, I'm ready for winter to be over. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for things like starfish and horseshoes and all like that. And I can honestly tell you, it has taken me longer to make this video than it does to make one of these. So, thank you all for spending just a little bit of time with me this morning as we make this cute little seahorse key fob. Guys, thanks for spending some time with me this morning, and you have a good rest of your day. Thanks.